Barry, it's been a while since we last spoke. Finally getting towards the competitive football. You've had a pre-season. What are you thinking? How you see the team over pre-season?
Well, it's been a long time. We've been missing, but it's just great to get back out in the training field. It's great to see the boys again, and obviously we've made a few new signings, and it was important for them to settle in. It's been a bit different, don't get us wrong, but it's been the same for every other club as well. It's been a strange time, but listen, the most important thing is we're back training, and the competitive games are now just round the corner, and that's something we're looking forward to. We've had a few pre-season games, things have went alright. There's still things that we need to improve on, and as I says, it's still trying to get the new players used to the way that we want to do things, but things that have went pretty well, and we're just looking forward to getting back out in the field. Its only issue is it'd be great to have the fans here, but look, there's a virus that's sweeping the world now, and we've got to be respectful of that.
The pre-season has gone well. It has been a testing pre-season in terms of opponents. Was that something that consciously you and the club wanted to do, is to test the players coming into the Betfred Cup?
Yeah, ideally I would have liked another 2 or 3 games, but it was impossible to fit the games in. We had to make sure we'd done stuff in the training ground. But 4 games is alright, we're happy enough. We've still got a wee bit to go in terms of, we've still got a few things that we need to work on. But look, the games were good. They were physical games as well. They were against good opposition. So I was happy enough. But listen, you can always strive to improve, and that's what we'll try and do in the training ground in the weeks ahead.
It's not been an easy summer. You've had to make probably more signings than you perhaps would have been looking to do before the summer came along with players retiring. It is probably one of the strongest squads that Kelty fans will have ever seen at New Central Park, and the test don't come bigger than St Johnstone this week. How much are you looking forward to putting your wits against a Premiership team?
Look, they're clear favourites. St Johnstone are a Premier League club. They've got a lot of good players. They're well ahead of us in terms of preparation. As I says, they've got a really good manager who I know well, and they've got a good backroom staff, so it's going to be a good test for us. Look, we've got a good team. There's no doubt about it. We've got a good squad of players, but that gets you nowhere. The players have got to be prepared to do the dirty side of the game, and that means outwork whoever they're playing against. So it's going to be a great test for us. And I'm no one for, look, we're going to go out and enjoy the occasion. We're going to go out and try and have a go at St Johnstone and try and win the game and see where it takes us. That's the kind of mindset I've got. It's the mindset I want the players to have. But it will be a tremendous test against, as I said, Premier League opposition.
Obviously, going into the game against a Premiership team, COVID testing comes into play.
Yep.
You know, as a manager, you'll have your squad who you're planning on playing sort of in your head already. Is there that doubt in the mind with everything that's going on in the world that plans might have to change at short notice with this testing coming in?
Well, you've seen it's happened with quite a number of teams. I've got a team in mind, but that can change after the COVID testing. It's just the way it is. As I said, I've got to be respectful. It's a virus that's causing a lot of harm just now, and if we get tests come back that are positive, then I'll need to change. I've got a smaller squad than I had last year, so touch wood that everything comes back negative. But listen, I'm also mindful that we might get a test that comes back that we're a bit surprised at. But listen, that's the way it is. I'm prepared for that. That's why you've got a squad. As I said, it's not the biggest of squads. We've got a couple of niggly injuries as well, and we've got a suspension which we need to deal with as well. So look, we'll wait and see what the testing comes back, but I understand we've got to do the testing. St Johnstone are a Premier League club. They're testing twice a week, and I totally understand that they would want us testing. I would be in the same position if I was at St Johnstone. Whoever I'm playing against, I would want to make sure that club that I'm playing against are testing. So I'm respectful of that, and the club have been good enough to go and do it, because it is costing a bit of money, and money's really tight just now, as you know. There's no fans coming through the gates, and it's not the same at the social club with the social distancing and whatever. So, no, look, we'll wait and see. I'll hope that nothing comes back, but we'll just need to visit it if something does.
There's all the focus on the Betfred Cup. We've also got to be mindful that the league campaign starts next Saturday. It's a home game. Playing Edinburgh University. Is it trying to get that balance between focusing on these big games and what's going to be the bread and butter this season to try and achieve that goal of promotion, to get the guys focused as well?
You took the words out of my mouth. That's my main objective is a league. Look, it's great being in other competitions, but the league gets you somewhere that this club wants to be, and that's in the SPFL. Every game I enter, every competition, I want to try and do as best as we can, but the league is my bread and butter. The players know that, I've told them that. Cup competitions are great if you get a run in them, but we're here to try and win the league again, and it's going to be difficult to win that league again, because, as I said, there's some clubs that have invested really well, bought some really good players in, and you seen last season, I thought the standard in the Lowland League was excellent, and that's right the way through. There's never an easy game when you travel, even down to the bottom end of the league. There's some good players, tough opposition, tough places to go, and I've said that to the players that I've brought in. The players that are here already know that, but everybody wants to beat us for a reason, because we're a good team and we've got good players. It's not a case of us just turning up and winning games. We need to make sure we work as hard, or even harder, than the opposition we play against. So our goal has been the same since I've come in, and that was to try and win the league. Disappointing the way things happened, but you can't be too disappointed. Decisions were made. We need to just brush that aside now and look forward to another campaign and try and better what we done last season.